I love that we all got behind that.
Yeah, you damn right. Tell our age right from that.
Black Panther 2, everybody. I'm guessing we've all seen it.
Oh,
I've seen it actually
yeah.
quite a few times.
Wait, Ken, you haven't watched it yet?
No, it just makes me sad. Like I'm
Yeah.
immediately hit like with a wave of just like, yeah. And not like in a bad way, like it's sad. It just, and I'm sorry, I'm not upset by it. I'm just like, it's a sore spot. Like it's gonna be tough no matter what, like emotionally, because you're like, I think it's pretty clear. I mean, spoilers for the trailer, folks, and which hypothetically are depending on
Why
how
are
deep
you listening?
well, I mean, depending on how people are,
Not
hopefully we can maybe get a timestamp, or I don't know. That's not really us, but we're gonna talk about the trailer, and it seems like they're gonna kind of go into the idea that T'Challa is no longer alive.
Yeah.
That seems to be the point, because it's like there seems to be, they're all wearing white, so it is like acknowledging like that he's passed, and like there's also a mural for him, and it hurts because I'm like, I miss Chadwick Boseman, but I also think that we need that character in the Marvel universe, but it's just so, I don't know, it's tough.
Especially with Neymar on the docket, because that's Wakanda versus Atlantis is one thing. Yeah, but Neymar and Black Panther is another, especially if they really seem committed to going down that Secret Wars path like that. There is a good chunk of story there and a good, interesting tale to be told, but it's tough. It looks gorgeous. I mean, it looks like I can't imagine it's not going to be a fantastic film.
Yeah.
Angela Bassett, Kareem, like you said, chills from just her delivery, because it's Angela Bassett. Like, yeah, she's a good actress. She can do this.
Yeah, no, I think so far of the, Ken and I have had this discussion off mic about what's going on in this phase, and kind of how it's wrapping up, and what we're left with. I'm of the movies that are coming out, and I think Black Panther does does it officially wrap up phase 4, I think.
Yeah.
Is that
in November?
I think,
I believe,
or is it Ant-Man?
Oh no, Ant-Man. Yeah, no, you're right. Black Panther will wrap up because the beginning of phase 5 is Ant-Man Quantumania.
So this of the phase 4 movies, this is the one I've most excited to see. Ryan Coogler, I think, is doing, at least from what the trailer shows, an excellent job of like, kind of incorporating all of the actors from before. Like even what was T'Challa's white friend's name? Forget his name.
Everest
the
Ross.
Hobbit. Yeah,
Martin Freeman.
I like the Black Panther's
Martin
white
Freeman. There we
name.
go.
His name is
in
Everett
the context
Ross.
of this movie. Yeah,
Everett Ross is his name in the context of the movie. Not.
Thank you. Yeah, no, they're bringing everyone back. M'Baku's there. Like, it just seems like the family's back together minus one, which I think leads to what Ken's saying is, how heartfelt it's going to be for everyone to kind of come back and he not be there. But they do seem to be acknowledging it, and not the Terrence Howard way where it's like, oh, moving on.
Yeah,
they are actually having a funeral in the movie for him. It seems to be, and like I said, that line that Angel Bassett, kind of gives 2/3 of the way through the trailer about losing your entire family and still being queen, and having lost everything and really not having anything to be happy about, even though she is one of the most powerful rulers or leaders around, kind of chills you a little bit. And they kind of juxtapose that with his picture right afterwards. The song that they chose, the mix of songs that they chose with Bob Marley's No Woman, No Cry, and Kendrick Lamar towards the end when some of the action starts happening, seeing Neymar's birth, it's going to be really interesting to see how people compare the water scenes with Neymar and his family and everything with Avatar, because there are some parallels. It looks like visually, like they're kind of holding on to humpback whales to travel and stuff like that. I think they're in different contexts, but people will make their own decisions about that. I thought that was amazing. I was reading about the actor who's going to be playing Namor, and his background, and how he was saying that he was glad to be in this franchise, particularly Black Panther, because it seems to be like a hotbed for minority actors as of right now. You can kind of get into this franchise and kind of opens up to other things because you have such a varying cast, I suppose. So I'm going to be excited to see him and him going forward. He looks really awesome in it. And I just some small things I was picking up on the trailer with, like, I guess because he's half human or not, or whatever it is, that he's the only one that isn't blue. Like all the other people that are from where he's at have to wear masks and they're blue skin. I didn't know that was a
on
thing
the surface.
On the surface, correct.
So Atlantis is weird in Marvel. It's not just there, because I think, and Ken, please correct me if I'm wrong, but there's multiple races of Atlanteans because one part of it had been cut off from the world, and so there was a whole bunch of different types of Atlanteans that I think in the Fantastic Four Hickman run ended up popping out. It's a bit wonky. I think the issue they're going to run into is Aquaman.
Yeah. So I mean, to the point, yes, there are different cities within Atlantis and under the water, but they're also similar to DC in that way that there are different people.
Yeah,
there are going to be comparisons to Aquaman, and I'm trying to remember what Namor's, if he has a split heritage like Aquaman. It's been a while since I've read a Namor story.
I believe he does, which is why he's the Marvel's first mutant.
Yes, he is Marvel's first chronologically, chronologically.
Technically,
no, I mean in the
Apocalypse is right.
I think he was even born before Apocalypse.
Was he born before Selene?
Yes,
I think he might have been at the crucifixion.
I mean, that's the thing is, like, with retroactive storytelling, when they're like, he's Marvel's this, and it's like, wait, he is, like, but I think he is the very, well, then I don't even know
I thought
anymore.
he was the first mutant known to the world, but there are older mutants. Look,
he may still be in this version of the franchise, because it looks like they're setting him back towards Inca or Aztec or Mayan heritage when you see like the temples in the background in one of the shots.
Yeah, so essentially Atlantis was a city that was part of the Mayan culture, and then that city sank. So that's what they're tying that to that culture, which I think is a great way, because really there's nothing that's inherently like, oh, he has to be a white presenting male to be Namor. Like, no, he can be. There's nothing there that's deeply tied to that. So I think that finding a culture to connect there is really great. And also, so like with some of the armors and stuff like that they've done currently, and as they've done it more recently with more like kind of like designs, I believe Mesoamerican would be the proper term here, is a really good attachment point. Like, it's a really good way to tie them together.
To be Neymar, you need two things. You need to be an asshole,
big time,
and you need to have little wings on your feet. That's it.
And he was, I love that in the trailer, the little baby one has little wings on his feet.
Yeah. So
and
as long as
you also need to pronounce Widow's Peak.
I mean,
I've never seen it without Widow's Peak.
I've never seen it without it, but if the actor doesn't have it, I'm also not upset.
Yeah,
like,
I'm joking, but that's how
he doesn't need to Vegeta that hard. I just need him to be the most arrogant guy in the room. That's
he looks like it.
I need him to be like, wait, I'm me. Who the hell are you? I don't care.
Well, and to that point, to Ken's point too, or I mean, I guess Pat's earlier point about the Secret Wars and the relationship that the two have. It's going to be interesting how they build that up. For spoiler alert, at the very end of the trailer, we see that there is another Black Panther. We don't know who it is or anything like that. I mean, there are people speculating that it's going to be his sister, which I think in the comic at some point she does take over.
It's the easiest.
We've talked about it before. It is Shuri that initially takes over for him. Or Shuri does fill in, which I don't.
Fills in.
Yeah, my bigger contention there is because the actress is a anti-vaxxer. I have more kind of.
She's apologized for, but that's going to be interesting because, like I said, it's going to be. They have in the Secret Wars, they have a relationship that actually is pretty profound towards the end, where like if they're going to have to build it up in this movie that these two like each other, don't like each other, can trust each other, can't trust each other, because it's going to be played upon in that. I would assume.
You could still do it with the Shuri version of Black Panther. It's just a bummer that we're not getting T'Challa, who had, just I think the reason that the Phase 4 has felt so disjointed a little bit is twofold. I think one, it was Chadwick Boseman passing, and two, it was the kerfuffle with Sony about Spider-Man. I think they had banked a lot of the way they were going to pivot for the Earthbound stuff right there with those two. And I think having them both taken off the table, they had to scramble a bit. Perhaps. That is my opinion. I don't know. I've got nothing to base that. In fact, outside of it just has felt like, oh, so Doctor Strange? Okay.
Well, and then we also, spoiler alert, we also get to see Riri for the first time, and looks like she's making a suit.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Is it the first time we see her in a series, or is it the first time we see her in Black Panther?
I think this is her introduction.
Okay. So we haven't seen her in anything else?
Yeah. I mean, Ironheart's going to come out, but.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. I mean, like I said, the trailer had everything in it. Every time I watch it, I get goosebumps. It is good. I think it's more than good so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on to, go ahead, Ken, wrap it up.
I would say, yeah, like with the Riri thing, like that definitely is good too, because I believe I was looking at the Phase 5 image, and I guess we have Ironheart in the horizon, but we also don't have Armor Wars there anymore. So
yeah, that was interesting.
Is that taking the place of Armor Wars? Which, I mean, her story could be the Armor Wars story, just with her headlining it. But then also that means, what role does Rhodey get to play? Because Don Cheadle, I know he's not getting any younger, but also like he needs an opportunity to be in there. Like it kind of stinks that he's been sidelined so much. Like he's
gonna be in Secret Invasion, right?
I think
maybe. So. I mean, did they say that? I wasn't at the panel. The panel was actually set during the same as my panel, so I didn't get a chance.
Yeah, look at this guy. Whoa.
I was in another room, and so I didn't get a chance to see the panel. So I didn't hear that they had said that Rhodey's going to be kind of.
I don't think there's anything officially about him being in it, but I mean, I think we're all leaning towards him being in it.
I mean, I agree, but also like the hard part is we all had so much speculation about Multiverse of Madness that we were going to get an entire Multiverse of Madness, and we got.
Let it go, Ken. Just let it go.
Multiverse twins. No, I'm not letting it go. All right.
You got
a couple multiverses
at once.
No, God. No, God, please, no. My point is that
once, Ken.
Yeah, my point is that we go off of our own ideas and speculations, and like people at the con were upset that like, oh, why did DC or why did Warner Brothers not bring out giant reloading McArms? Henry Cavill. It's like no one said he was going to be there. Why would you like?
If I think it, he needs to be there.
Right. That's the thing is like we're building up these expectations of stuff, and we're attributing too many ideas that they would be doing this, and it's like. We don't know, and I would like essentially coming back to the ideas, I would like to know that Rhodey's going to get a chance, that, Don Cheadle's going to get a chance to continue that role and build it up more, because he's doing a great job. So that's kind of like what the takeaway that I wanted to leave there.
On the Marvel side, I can get the reason for the expectations, because sometimes they do deliver. Like everyone did the fan request for, the bearded Reed Richards, and we got that, and we got Xavier. You get it every now and then. For DC, I don't know why anybody expects anything, because you just keep getting slapped in the face.
I mean, they wanted the Flash to be on stage, and they couldn't find him. So.
Well, there was a couple from Hawaii that attended, so
he
had some stuff to do.
They had to go run off and see them.
Sorry, it's just so ridiculous.
New Flash, please. All right, moving on to the second one, or did you have a second?
No, move on to the second one.
She-Hulk, second trailer. Did you all watch it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
CG looks better.
It was good.
I'm going to watch it regardless. So
yeah.
And then we have a little teaser at the end of it. So I'm on board. Again, this is one where like I was already on board. Like they didn't need to sell me anymore. If anything else too, this just makes me wish I catch up with Orphan Black and watch that before I watch this, because I hear that she's such a good actress.
She's amazing. I was on board before because I like She-Hulk and whatnot, and even with the bad, arguably, unfinished CGI. I was like, this still looks fun. It looks entertaining in a way that we didn't get, very many of the entertaining ones. I mean, Ms. Marvel became more entertaining for me toward, as the series went on. I really liked that one. But this one, she breaks the fourth wall in this trailer. And I was like, there it is, folks. I have sold completely.
But this is also one of the ones like we were talking about before of like people are going to be like, oh, she broke the fourth wall like Deadpool. It's like she did it before. She was doing it before, folks.
Simpsons did it.
She did it first. She did it like, but people are still going to be like, oh, well, like Deadpool does that. Like Deadpool did that eventually, but Deadpool didn't start doing that. Like Deadpool finally got to a point where he did that. But even when he was doing that, he was referring to a split personality in his head, or like it wasn't even 100%. Like she full on acknowledges the audience. Like it's gonna
Hydrox came out before Oreos. Bad news.
Oh, we're back.
Oh God, we're back.
We're
back on brand.
Yes,
there we go.
Bringing it back, Pat. Way to go.
Like,
high five.
These are cookies. Cookies are good to eat. Do you like cookies?
I like cookies.
Do you like this cookie?
I like this cookie.
This cookie is the perfect combination of delicious chocolate with just the right amount of vanilla filling. Do you know its name?
Sunshine Hydrox?
Which cookie is perfect as dessert or with your favorite desserts?
Sunshine Hydrox.
And which cookie is the original cream-filled chocolate cookie?
Sunshine Hydrox. Anybody knows that.
No, to your point, Ken,
cookies.
When people say like Deadpool did it, I'm like, and I don't get why this is not a trademark thing though. Like people can break the fourth wall. You do it in all kinds of other medium. Like, so yeah, he did it and someone else to do it and someone else to do it. It doesn't have to be compared to that.
It doesn't have to be, but just like we mentioned with Stranger Things and Paper Girls, it's going to, and we're already preemptively ready for that discussion, and it's already tiring me out. And I just saw the trailer, and that's the only comment. I'm not saying that they're right either. I'm not agreeing with them. I'm just saying I am ready for that discussion. Just like there's gonna be multiple times where it's like I know there's gonna be a discussion coming up, and it's just gonna be like, okay, like just gotta be ready for it.
And arguably, there's a case to be made that Deadpool talks a little bit too much to the camera. I think half the movie has been him talking to the audience.
Dare
just saying
you.
Just saying. In addition to his narration of the movie, he's spending most of the time not talking to the actual characters in front of him, but to the screen. So I'm just saying there's an argument to be made for that as well, for people who are like, oh, maybe the fourth wall isn't a great idea. Aside from that, I also like a lot of the comedy that was already in it. You get to see, again, I'd rather see a world breaker Hulk, but you get to see funny Hulk somewhat in this. I thought that was pretty fun. And I'm
just excited Mark Ruffalo's still involved.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
Also, we get Wong in it. Wong's everywhere.
We do.
Wong is like Daredevil. Awesome. He just keeps, him and Daredevil just keep showing up everywhere.
They are the connective tissue of the MCU.
At least in this phase, especially.
I'm on board for it. I'm here for it. I like Benedict Wong quite a bit. He's doing a great job. He's very entertaining, and he, even for a little bit he's on screen, he's enjoyable.
Oh, he definitely delivers. I loved his line of the book, the book line that they have. And she's like, no, the book of American laws. So yeah, it looks fun, especially when she gets pushed off the cliff by Hulk. That was fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. I think it's good. I didn't see any trailers. I don't think they released it for the Guardians, but we can at least talk about them introducing Adam Warlock and everyone in the panel.
Has anyone seen the image? Because I know they did like a preview thing. I haven't seen the image leak.
It looks like the guy
how they do. They did okay about my boy.
I mean, he doesn't have the flowing 80s hair yet. But
they did end up cutting his hair.
Yeah, but not when he was first introduced, right?
No, but we're trying to see if I can find an image.
And he has the gem in his head or whatever. I don't know what the gem is because he doesn't have a stone or whatnot, but
it's the soul gem. Yeah, no, the stones are gone. Gems are still here, baby.
Okay.
Yeah. Scotcha, sucker. Gems are different, not the same thing.
And I wonder if they're going to introduce him, like where they introduce him. Is it one of those like, oh, and at the very end of the movie, there he is again, or is he going to be part of this next movie?
Well, I guess. Oh, I mean,
he's out there to kill him.
I'm looking at information online, and I guess High Evolutionary is there.
Yeah.
Was
Who
that
is
the
the High
panel?
Evolutionary?
He's the bad guy of the movie.
What is the High Evolutionary?
Oh God.
Oh man.
All right, forget about it. Forget I said anything.
Okay.
Jesus
No,
Christ, guys.
nope. You asked.
So
High Evolutionary. Go ahead, Ken. You're gonna
No,
do
go
better
for
than I
it.
am.
It's all you. No, you're good.
Well, I can only do the paint by numbers. I don't even know how much I remember anymore. I just know that he's generally traditionally a Fantastic Four villain who is just entirely about evolving the species to its peak.
Looks like Sam Jackson.
That kind of thing. He is the creator of Counter Earth, which is just Earth, but if furries took over. He is the creator of Adam Warlock. He is the creator of what else? I knew it. It's been too long. Oh, he's the creator of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. At one point he was tied to the birth of them, like as like the midwife kind of thing, because it's like also you have to remember that the wet nurse of them was a cow woman in Wundergar, which is also Wundergar that they name in the movie. And in the chat, I dropped a picture of the High Evolutionary.
I was gonna say, from the picture you showed me, at least the one in the purple, he looks like Sam Jackson.
It does I mean, if you're saying that all black people look alike, that's on you.
No, I'm saying all Sam Jackson. All
that.
Sam Jackson people look alike.
I will say, I mean, it's a reinterpretation, but I'm not mad at the costume.
I wonder if they use him as a replacement for Molecule Man in the Secret Wars.
No.
I mean, they could just do the Molecule Man. I mean,
yeah, he's just around. You could just Molecule Man that shit.
I'm just saying that you said this guy creates universes. I didn't know if this was like in around without having to like.
Well, no, I don't think. No, I
he didn't create universes.
Yeah.
I thought you said he did. My bad.
He creates people like genetic strands of people. Let's. I'm trying to think of ways to, because he.
You know what he is? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
He's the scientist from Fallout. That's exactly what he is. Like, what if we just splice these things? That seems like a great idea. Nothing wrong can happen there. Let's do it.
So he's a Sinister, sort of.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. But on a higher level, on a also on a more classic level, because he existed back with the classic Fantastic Four.
Okay.
But yeah, he is a Mr. Sinister type where he's just like, what if I just took this and jammed it together with this, and now I've made Beast Wars, and like Dave. And by the way, kind of true. Like that's really true.
He's sinister without the petty bitchiness and the fantastic cape.
Sinister's pretty awesome with those two things.
I was gonna say, but still a fair amount of theatrics too, though. So because he is like kind of like, ha,
very theatrical, yes, but not like sinister. If he is anything, he's a petty little bitch.
And far sexy.
Go down those routes.
Not as sexy as Sinister either.
Well, he doesn't wear the black lipstick. Yeah.
Right. But High Evolutionary also did make a genetic clone of himself that it was female. And like there's all kinds of different things where Sinister's like, sure, I can mess with your genetics, but I can also mess with my genetics too. Whereas High Evolutionary is far more academic.
Let's be honest. At the end result of every scientific experiment in any movie, it's always I need to test it on myself. I watched Morbius. That's right. I saw it.
You did. You were the one.
It's Morbin.
You were the person. You were the.
I was the Morbin guy.
Okay.
All right. Moving on. Fantastic Four coming in 2024. Now that we've talked about the High Evolutionary as being a villain, are we excited about that?
A lot about them going to feel about that is going to depend on who they cast and how
Miles Teller's
what they
back.
do with. Fuck yeah. Danger Zone.
I'm looking at the list, and it's not on the list for 2024.
It's Phase 6.
Oh, fine.
Fucking thing sucks.
It's just like why even like we have what 2 years to go through for Phase 5. Like,
yeah,
the Fantastic Four are apparently a tough nut to crack for Marvel right now because they have not made. Yeah, they haven't made. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say Marvel, but they haven't made a successful Fantastic Four movie ever.
I mean,
Yeah, but that was Fox though.
financially successful. I think the first one actually was financially successful. I mean, they
I
greenlit
think the second one
a
was
part
actually too. It
two.
just wasn't very good.
Okay.
I
okay.
just they're not
Great.
good.
But Disney made the first Incredibles movie, which is really just a Fantastic Four movie reskinned. So there's that. But I just don't know how well. I personally, I think the Fantastic Four would do better as a
in Sony's hands. Oh, you heard it here, folks. Ken wants Fantastic Four and Sony.
Not at
Ship
all.
It.
A Disney Plus like series where you have you have more episodes to get to know the family and get to be invested with them, as opposed to just like, here's 2 hours or 2.5 hours. I'm sorry. Yeah. 2.5 hours.
So when Fantastic Four is done right, so much of it is based on the familial dynamic and getting to know their flaws and how they can overcome those flaws. In a 2-hour movie, Reed Richards is a piece of shit. Like you
like
don't see the
too,
I'm doing this, but there's intention when it comes. It depends on who's writing him, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
also, but the point being is, when you have more times to see his humanity, you can understand his flaws. With 2.5 hours.
I feel like that's being said. If you think about all the guys in the Illuminati, they're all just dicks, though. No matter how long you've looked into their backstories, their histories, or their flaws, or empathize with them. Xavier's an asshole. He's a dick. Neymar's a dick. Tony's a dick. Strange is kind of a dick, mostly a dick.
Beast is a dick.
Beast is a dick.
Beast isn't part of the Illuminati.
Yes,
he's the assistant to the Illuminati.
No, in the
after Professor X dies, thanks to Cyclops, he is part of the Illuminati.
Okay, that's fair. I didn't read that far into the Illuminati storyline. Just I'm thinking
Reed Richards is one of the biggest dicks.
That's fair. I'm saying, like, in the context of the storytelling for this, you have a better opportunity to make him more of a empathetic character.
I think that makes a lot of sense, because it is a lot of heavy lifting. And Kareem, the Illuminati are a bunch of dicks. Some of them are more dickish than others. Some of them, it's the greater good. Some of them, you can see the intention. It's just when you think you're the only ones in the room that can make a decision, that's tough. Especially when you're involving Neymar. That's a tough sell.
And again, it's funny too, because then I started thinking about the way the Illuminati acted in the Multiverse of Madness, and they were just like, "You're gonna die. We've got to stop you." It's like, but I mean, I'm clearly showed that at least an iteration of me was at least good enough to say, like, "Oh, I see that there's a problem. You need to stop me." And I came to you to a degree, like you, except I didn't get the opportunity to, because you drugged me, and you're all ready to go. Gotta stop this Doctor Strange guy. Like, what did I came here. Yeah, it's the idea that
sorry, go ahead.
No, the idea that they have all the answers regardless of any type of research, and that is the Illuminati. So there is that. So they are all, and it's interesting because it's like Steve. I know Steve eventually became a member of the Illuminati, but it was also one of those things where it's they initially didn't want him, because he's like, oh no, he doesn't see things deep enough because he's far too human, and he had too much heart to be allowed on the first Illuminati.
Have you read Hickman's Avengers run, Kareem? I know you have.
Mm-hmm.
I have not.
Okay, this may be some assigned reading, because he's a member of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Good 12 panels.
Yeah.
Good 12, 15 panels.
They say they boot his ass out pretty quickly. He's not.
They brainwipe him, sir.
Oh, okay. They Dr. Light it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It is literally the reason. Remember, Avengers World and all that?
Yeah.
All of that ties back to we got to keep Steve busy.
Good.
Well, I find it funny that to them thinking they know better, there's that meme that is, at least recently I've seen, where they see the lineup of the Illuminati from the movie, and they're like, these are the guys that beat Thanos, even though they lost pretty handedly to Wanda all by themselves. To think that we could do this without a Strange, because again, I think at the end of the day, Strange was the one that defeated Thanos, and then end up sacrificing this or letting them kill him. In their universe, he's the one that came up with the plan.
In that universe, yeah, and it's unclear too how they won.
Right, but it seems like he came up with whatever, he went into the Darkhold, whatever, figured out a way to do it, And then they were like, all right, you're too far gone. We have to get rid of you.
Well,
The
the Darkhold sold the secret of having Ant-Man shrink really small and go in his butt, and it's where they learned it.
Did you hear they address that on the new ride?
Yeah,
There's a
well,
there's
sort
a clip.
of.
Yeah,
They acknowledge it.
They acknowledge it. I'm like, that's crazy.
So this is the little things I say when they give a little fan service. But the other part was that this Strange comes to you and says, there's something just as bad as Thanos, if not worse, coming. And they're like, we're going to get rid of you. Like, well, the other Strange helped you defeat Thanos. Why would you get rid of this Strange?
But the other Strange was corrupted. And we know that because he's here, an incursion is coming. And well, we handled Thanos. We can handle anything. We're the Illuminati. Don't talk to us. We know what we're doing. Why would you're from another universe? A universe without us. You got Charles Xavier universe? No, go fuck yourself. Well,
they don't have Reed Richards.
Got to read Richards? No,
they don't have either.
Xavier's the one who trusted him. Only one. Like
he was.
That was.
Yeah, you know why? Because Xavier read his mind without permission. Because that's what Charles Xavier does.
Oh, and he probably put some other thoughts in there too.
Probably.
Moving on to Ant-Man and the Wasp. Oh man, we got to do an Xavier. We got to do an Xavier pod one day. But Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Kareem just listened to a podcast, Cerebro, dedicated of explaining why Charles Xavier is the worst entity on the planet. Like, puts Mr. Fantastic to shame with how bad
puts all
he
of
is.
them to shame if you think about it.
You're an animal, always causing trouble. You never follow orders. It was a mistake to save you. I'm sick of your selfish, undisciplined arrogance.
He's
yes,
terrible.
and as Kim updates
so
the doc, let's talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp confirming Kang and MODOK. How do we feel about that? All right, moving on. That was exciting. What about Daredevil showing up in the Hulk, in the She-Hulk movie series?
That's exciting.
Wait. Are we are just
no? We can talk. Let's do Kang. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I'm happy that we're gonna come back to Kang because I enjoyed the portrayal in Loki so much.
Yeah.
And by the way, not on your list, we also don't have Loki season 2, which we're already starting to see stills from in some, or not stills. We're seeing some leaked set photos from Loki 2, so that's looking good. But I really enjoyed Kang, so I'm happy to see Kang. I didn't know that we had confirmed MODOK. I'm curious who's going to be playing him, if we'll get the Patton Oswalt MODOK voice actor.
That would be awesome, but I don't think so.
I mean,
that's some stunt casting. They can't do that.
We're gonna get Seth Rogen.
You say it, but it could very well happen. Like, they could be like, you just have the like, just.
It is not out of the realm of impoversibility. You know what they'll do? Henry Cavill. Fuck all of you.
Yeah, but
So
it'll
give
probably
MODOK a mustache.
Well, they'll change his name to Modos.
There we go.
Machine designed only for killing. I'm sorry, only for smoking. Like, it'll just be Seth Rogen it up.
It'll be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy about Kang. We'll see where it goes. Mixed feelings about. Yeah.
About the Wasp, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm just not excited about Ant-Man or the Wasp. I'm like, yeah, okay.
I mean, Paul Rudd. If we can get Randall, Randall Park back as Jimmy Woo,
okay,
I'd be so happy, because it's like I told you I'd see you again. You were serious about that? Yeah, I don't. Well, like, that's he is so good. I love their chemistry.
I read that the funniest scenes that they had together were improvised, which I thought were awesome.
Of course,
so cool.
And if we get more of that, but if we get more of the I just feel like Ant-Man and the Wasp got tasked with a lot of heavy-handed story building at times, and I just I'm not there for it. I don't need a lot of Michael Keaton. I don't need a lot of
Michelle Pfeiffer,
Henry Pym in my life. I'm okay. I can move on.
Michael Keaton?
Not Michael Keaton. I'm sorry, Michael Douglas.
Okay,
Michael
I was just
I'm
like,
getting my Michaels mixed up.
Did I miss? Yeah, I was suddenly very
recast. No, Michael Douglas. My apologies.
It's all good.
I knew you were talking about. All right, moving on. We hinted at Daredevil showed up in She-Hulk.
That's cool. I'm on board.
So
I have to wait 2 years for it, but that's fine.
It's 18 episodes.
I don't think so.
I had heard.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
But they're only 30 minutes, I think, as well.
That's a lot of episodes. I'm impressed.
Yeah, considering like we get like maybe 8 episodes for some stuff now. But then again, to that point though, they are 45-minute episodes, or they are like they range, like depending on what the series is. I'm happy about more Daredevil. Just give me more. Thank you. That's good.
What's his name? Charlie
Cox.
Yeah, I'm glad he's reprising that role. I think he did an amazing job, and he's no Ben Affleck, but he's my Daredevil.
Yeah,
I mean, Ben Affleck is a hero.
I mean, and we also have, I mean, just to drop it in the doc, we also do have Echo in there. Echo's going to have a mini series, which hypothetically ties us back to the Kingpin and connected with Daredevil, and is far closer than 2024.
Right. This is phase 5 that you threw in the doc.
Yeah, this is phase 5.
It's spring 2024, so it's only like 18 months.
You're fine. Come on, Ken.
Yeah,
or 20 months. 20 months.
So we got, what is it? Quantumanium first, right? Then Secret Invasion.
Yeah, Quantumania first, then Secret Invasion, and then Guardians 3. And then we're looking at,
and evidently they're all leaving. Nobody's going to come back after this one.
I think they killed off some people. Dave Bautista.
I have no big loss.
I liked him. I thought he was good.
Fine. I'm fine. I'm fine with every. I need Rocket to continue. Maybe some.
Nebula.
Nebula. Thank you. Maybe some Nebula to hang out in something else. Maybe the Marvels.
I like Nebula and Gamora's relationship, so I would keep Gamora around.
Yeah. I'm not too hung up about losing one of the lesser Chris's. I'm glad we're gonna
get. How dare you?
I think that's pretty well established. I doesn't feel like he's going on a limb here.
Yeah. He's gonna be too busy playing Garfield and Mario and every other Sonic, whatever new
it's
movie.
Me, a Garfield.
Yeah, so like I'm looking forward to Loki season 2 because that looks good, and we've already seen, like I said, we've seen some screen cap or on-set photos. The Marvels is on the way, which is good. It feels weird that it's that far away still. Like, man, we got to wait another year before we get the Marvels, which is a bummer because Good.
Did you end up watching Miss Marvel yet, Pat?
I have not watched Miss Marvel yet.
Okay. So there you go. That's why it's a year off. It's going to go wait for Pat to finish it.
Okay.
They got to catch up.
Take him a year.
Got to catch up. We've got Blade
on the
horizon.
On it, guys.
I want to see what they got for Blade. I'm very interested.
I will be more excited when shit starts leaking.
For Blade?
Yeah, I'll be more excited for that when stuff starts leaking.
Well, I was recently listening to a podcast, Unspooled, I think it was, with Paul Scheer and stuff, and they were rewatching Blade, and I forget how like of the moment that movie was, but how like ahead of its time it was, and it got me kind of hyped for whatever this version of Blade is coming out, if they follow some of the stuff from the first movie. Now, I don't know what they're going to do as far as a comic or whatnot. I don't know. Have there been any new Blade comics in the last 5-10 years?
He was an Avenger for a minute.
Yeah, he was in the Avengers for a quick minute. But as far as a standalone, there's been a couple little miniseries, like not an ongoing. But I mean,
it's coming now.
I mean, some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate up hills, so
it's true. It's true.
And as we mentioned, we're gonna have Ironheart, and then we're gonna have Agatha Coven of Chaos, which to me feels like Morbius 2, like the whole thing of just like the fans loved make like, oh, it's Agatha, all like they loved it so much, and like the joke of it all. But I don't know if there's enough there to make a whole series of. Like I don't think. I mean, I guess to me it's more resting on the shoulders of the actress than it is us caring who Agatha is and what she did.
I mean, the actress is amazing.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's a Catherine Hahn show more than it's the Agatha show, and that's where I'm just like, is that the selling point? Is that what we're going all in on?
Are we sure this isn't like if you told me, hey, Scarlet Witch comes back in this show, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. Because I feel like it might be a secret stealth, like, guess what, guys?
Yeah,
Guess who's
I can see
back?
it. Back again. Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet's back.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Multiverse. Nope.
I mean, are they gonna bring
No
back
friends.
like Michael Boner?
Television.
Quicksilver?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No, Michael Boner.
Boner.
Yeah.
Or Ralph Boner.
Ralph. Well, that's what it was. Ralph Boner. Was it Ralph Boner? Okay.
Wasn't it?
There was Boner in the
Michael?
name.
Yeah, I just remember
think
his
it
name was Boner.
think it was
It's
Ralph.
just so goofy.
We tried.
And then we got
Hey.
Daredevil. That's a series, right?
Yeah, that's
That
the
is-
one we're
that's-
talking about.
yeah,
Like, yeah,
That's what we're talking
we got-
about.
It's just 2 years away, and I'm just like, oh, I want it now.
I do think we shouldn't short sell the fact they announced the Marvel Zombies cartoon that's going to be TVMA.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
that about?
Zombies and Marvel. It's just we don't have 100% idea. It's supposed to be somewhat tangential to the Marvel Zombies What If
What If?
episode.
All I want. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good.
No, I just want Captain America with half a head having his brain scooped out and eaten by Red Skull. That's it.
No, you won't get that because we're going to have half of like they showed shots of the character list, and it's half of Captain America because he's cut in
Yeah.
half. And I'm like, it just feels to me at this point. Marvel Zombies came out at a time where Walking Dead it was written, part of it was written by Kirkman, when it was just like it was the beginning of the zombie craze, and I'm like, I'm kind of done. We talked about Walking Dead already. It's like
Secret Wars. Damn it, kids. Secret Wars.
I think the important part here is TVMA.
yeah.
To me, that's
yeah.
more
That'd
than
be-
anything
Is that a Disney first for the Marvel universe?
for the Marvel. Yeah.
No.
No, because we had
because Daredevil was TVMA, right?
yeah, and we also
And
had
Jessica Jones.
and we
Okay.
we brought those over
But the
to
first
Disney Plus.
animated.
The first animated, yeah.
But in terms of MCU proper, like, because it's still not, we're still not sure how much of that is canon. Like, you
Yeah.
cannot safely say that the Netflix shows are canon in the MCU.
That's fair, but we also we got another show that had something that's another reason why they pushed the ability to lock out kids on there. There's something else that came over. Oh, by the way, Deadpool, the 1 and 2 are on
hasn't been
Disney
listed
Plus.
in.
They're on Disney
But it's
Plus.
also
You can
not
go
listed-
watch them right now.
Yeah. No, I'm saying it's not.
But they
listed
are
in any of
not
the roadmaps.
MCU. They're
No,
not. They're not MCU.
I'm just saying that
Okay.
they're available on the platform. That's a
Oh, okay.
pretty like that. The fact that they're available on the platform.
That's R.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely out there. Yes, they're not tied in directly. Just like Deadpool 3 is still yet to be, I think, officially confirmed by anything, and will probably not premiere, but once it makes it to streaming, would probably go first to. I guess I don't know if they want to push the viewership to Disney Plus, considering they just put 1 and 2 on there. That's an interesting question.
They probably will.
I'd imagine, but it is their premiere platform, but they still have Hulu. But I don't know.
I mean, how much longer do we? Where's Hulu 5 years from now? Just saying.
It's still Hulu. It's
Eh,
Disney adult.
Yeah, maybe that's what it's called, Disney After Dark. Just because all the things that we're talking about have not been MCU proper material. It's the MCU, like we are doing an adult oriented show in the MCU. So it's like, okay, so is this the start of that, or is this a one-off?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
all.
I mean, we'll see how it does in the viewership, and then we'll see if it continues, or if
Yeah.
they're scared off by the prospect. Last one is we kept hinting about the Avengers Secret Wars being the wrap up to phase 5 or 6. Is it 5, 6?
Yeah, I think we got clear. Like they stated that the end of phase 6 would be Secret Wars is their intended kind of goalpost.
Mhm.
Is like that's the second set of phases.
Yeah, we get Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars.
Yeah,
There we go. Which is why we need the zombies, Ken.
sure. I mean, but we're also going to get Captain America: New World Order. So we're going to get
Finally.
a Sam Wilson.
Also,
we're not doing
didn't
that?
Chris
Okay,
Evans
that's
also
cool.
say that
Is
he's
that-
not coming back for any of that?
Is that the Hulk one or the Hulkamania?
Yeah, that
New
is
World
the
Order?
NWO theme song. Kareem, if you could drop that in right there, it'd be great.
We got it. New world.
I swear to God, better have Kevin Nash. You gotta call it that.
I'm sure
he's already in a Marvel
somewhere.
movie.
I was gonna
Which
say,
one was
wasn't
it?
Kevin? Yeah,
He's in the Thomas
Blade
Jane
3?
Punisher.
Oh,
There we go. Oh, he's in the sailor suit, right? The striped black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wait, that's Kevin. Wait, okay.
That's Kevin Nash.
I feel like Kevin Nash should have played Sabretooth at some point.
Not with those knees anymore.
Well, no, but I'm saying when they did the first
Motherfucker
Marvel
can't jump or
movie
shit.
or the first X-Men movie.
I was
He'd have
thinking
been
Triple
decent.
H. Triple H is in Blade Trinity.
Yes.
Yes, and no one ever thinks about Blade Trinity.
I do.
Yeah.
It has
just
Green
you.
Lantern, and it has Deadpool, and it has.
Yeah, those are the same people.
Seventh Heaven.
It also has Seventh Heaven in it.
Heaven.
And it's got Parker Posey.
It does.
Indy
Parker
Darling.
Posey she's probably the most fun part of that movie.
Yes. And it has
What's the other guy's
famous
name?
line.
Whistler.
No, not Whistler. The guy from
Whistler's in there.
Dracula.
Yeah, Jack.
Oh,
He's
Was that
like
three?
DC
Prison
Legends
Break?
or whatever now.
Prison Break.
Oh, it is Prison Break. Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
Captain. Is it Captain Cold?
It's no, that's Heatwave. It's Dominic Purcell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blade, are you ready to die? Born ready.
Motherfucker. I like that.
Why do we no lines for that movie?
What about
For as
when
bad as it was fun.
What about when Dominic Purcell goes into that fetish store that's like at the vampire stuff all over the it's
Vampire dildo? Yeah.
Yeah. Just man. that movie-
Hilarious.
Blade at its best.
There you go.
And Whistler
God,
having
how
to
did they
explain,
shit
like,
the
yeah, I got a
bed
daughter,
in
but I
that
love you
movie?
more, Blade.
Blade, my daughter sucks. You're the best, Blade. I'm gonna die for the third movie in a row, Blade. Maybe I'll come back this time again. We'll see. I just am always being left for dead. That's what Whistler does. Whistler gets left for dead over and over, and without any explanation, comes on back. That's Whistler's motto.
Can't kill an old white man, apparently.
Nope.
Jeez. Yeah, he
Chris
does die in every
Christopherson.
movie.
Chris Christopherson. He will not go away.
Well, what's the guy's name from Walking Dead? This is like the shitty version of him. The guy with the crossbow.
Oh,
Daryl.
Daryl. Yeah.
Yeah. This is
The
young
young Whistler?
shitty Daryl.
This is Daryl is young Whistler.
Yeah.
I mean, you're basically speaking stuff into fact.
Yeah.
Like that's going to
Hold
be
on.
a show now.
If
The-
The
the-
Walking
the-
Dead ends with him like, I gotta go find Blade. Greatest show ever made. Greatest show ever made, hands down.
What a prequel.
I'd rather be a
Totally
pet.
redeem yourself.
What a twist.
Oh, those Walking Dead prequels. All right,
Walking
now onto
Dead.
the set.
Whistling Dead.
Ooh, nice. Told you, Ken's an amazing writer, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you're pretty good, man.
Oh man.
Pitching
All right,
these
on to
things.
the depressing stuff. DC.
We-
Fortunately, DC
we
didn't have
talked
very
about.
much to show.
Yeah, it's when they're at their best.
Did you guys end up watching the Black Adam trailer? The second
Why
one.
would I do that?
Oh, we didn't talk about the I Am Groot TV show.
Oh, that looks
Well,
fun.
now
Okay,
we
yeah.
have.
The Groot
about-
one actually looks fun.
What about Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur?
I don't know anything about those properties. Did you watch
You
the
put
trailer?
the trailer in the thing.
Yeah, I said I didn't know anything about the properties. I didn't say I didn't
Okay.
watch the trailer.
Okay, so Moon Girl is one of the smartest girls in the world. Or I'm sorry, she's one of the smartest people in the world, maybe the smartest in the Marvel universe. And then she has a giant red dinosaur that's a T-Rex.
Okay.
There's like 43 people in the top 8 smartest people in Marvel. There's like 43 people in there.
She's smarter than all of them. That's the
But what does she make stuff? Does she?
yeah.
do
She makes
things?
cool stuff. She just does whatever a Moon Girl does.
She doesn't join the Illuminati, which makes her smarter than all of the others, except Doom. No one's smarter
Did she-
than Doom.
Did she make
Richard!
her?
Strongest.
I also I would love to see who would you guys recast if you had to recast a Doom?
Oh, I This is an odd tangent podcast suddenly.
Well, that's
really
the name of the pod.
Off the top of my head, without having more time, maybe Tom Ellis. He plays Lucifer on the Lucifer TV show.
Oh yeah, I like that guy.
Just because I think he probably plays evil well, and that's from never watching this show. Just thinking, if I want someone to play a bad guy and be like very white and erudite about it, probably that guy.
I'm looking up a list because I need some grounding
reference
in this.
I think
I'm going to say no to Jamie Bell. Sorry, go
Jamie
ahead.
Bell.
This is a list from Screen Rant. So Patrick Warburton's on the no.
Jamie Bell.
And
What is he even?
These are all for Doom.
This guy.
Yes. Timothy
are like-
Oliphant is a little interesting.
Oh,
I'm trying to see if I
He's
can
a
see
little
that.
interesting.
I would actually have if I had to throw like a wild card in there. I would pick what's his name that acts as Bernard from Westworld.
Ooh, Jeffrey. Wright.
oh,
I would throw Jeffrey Wright
Wright.
in there as Doom.
That's
But
pretty good.
I like him so much though. I don't want Patrick Warburton. What is wrong with people? Like, no offense.
Well-
I think Patrick Warburton's a fun actor, but also he's way too old at this point to play. I'm with you on the Timothy Oliphant. That could be an interesting thing, but I also think he might be too old. Oh, Luke Evans.
They can fuck right off with Luke Evans. They can fuck right off. I'm not. No more Dracula Untold. We're not doing this again.
What,
You go make. What was the show on TNT he had? Not the Ariel. The
I don't know. All I remember
what
is
did
he was,
therapist? What did psychologists used to be called? The Alienist. You go back to the Alienist. You sit there. Do not come over here. We're done.
I only picture him as a Gaston from now on.
Gaston.
Well, I like that.
Okay.
No, Werner Herzog cannot.
Wait, what?
Werner Herzog.
No.
Who suggested this? Who's the author of that?
This is
article?
this is the Screen Rant. He's way too old. Oh, Adam Driver.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
I don't
but
hate
also
it, but I
hate it.
don't necessarily like it.
That's fair. The thing is too, like Viggo Mortensen is way too old at this point.
Wait, it's a picture of him from 2003. Yeah, he'd be great then. Yeah, that'd been great. Good job.
Hey, get some of that Netflix de-aging money, damn it.
Oh, here comes Scarecrow.
Cillian Murphy. Sure.
But does he also play Scarecrow?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Here comes Scarecrow. I think Adam Driver might be the most actually a possibility on this list. And is it wrong that I don't want to
put him in a helmet again?
Well, no. I don't because they have Coleman Domingo on here who apparently plays. He plays someone in The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead.
Okay.
But I feel like he needs to stay as a aristocratic European dictator. It feels like he needs to stay there. But like I would be happy with a black.
Coleman Domingo just looks like the Hydrox version of Idris Elba.
I mean, he was born
what's
first,
Elba
so
what's up?
What's Idris Elba doing?
Oh, he was playing.
He's at random
Heimdall.
Heimdall, and
he was
Ghost Rider.
But now he's got a mask, so you can do it again.
Wait. Did you say Ghost Rider?
Okay, he's in Ghost Rider.
He is in Ghost Rider too. Spirit of
Vengeance.
Vengeance.
He's an actual Ghost Rider.
I forget about that.
You need to watch that movie, Ken.
It's really important, Ken. Ken, I'm going to have a viewing party. Kareem's going to get out here. We're going to have a viewing party. And I'm just going to liquor you up. And you're going to sit here and watch the movie. And you're either going to fall asleep 30 minutes in, or it'll be the greatest thing you've ever seen.
No. We don't have to we're not getting liquor for good. We're going to get him all the new Baja Blast and just line him up. And he's going to jump the drink every half hour.
Wait. You said all the new Baja Blast. They're not all called Baja Blast. It's Baja Gold, Baja Mango, and unless you can maybe go get the Maui Blast, which is really good.
We will get you the Baja Extended Universe.
We will the Baja family.
That's fine. Whatever you want to try and find out there.
Hey, Mountain Dew's not paying us. Put that can away. Put it away.
You stop doing that, dude.
Hydrox would never want that on camera. You know where your bread's buttered. Guys not being a Michelle Rodriguez over here.
I mean, Hydrox can't afford bread, but
All right,
Oh,
leaving Marvel
geez.
Universe off that tangent. We'll find our Doctor Doom someday.
yeah.
I mean, we got
talk about
2
DC,
years
though.
basically.
I feel like fan casting's a different
Nah,
episode,
nah,
which
nah.
I'm on board for, but just not right now.
Yeah. All right.
Ooh, I mean, here's a random thought. Well, I guess
What
it
do you
depends on how well it comes across for the character who he's currently licensed to play. But if
Vin Diesel. Yeah, I was thinking about that for Doctor Doom.
no, I was
A
thinking
man of few words.
The Rock. The Rock, as he's currently like the parallels between Doctor Doom and the Black Adam, as far as like rulers on a thing,
Yeah.
pretty strong. Like, so if you needed to swap over that casting, I don't know how bad I'd be upset because I really like The Rock sometimes, but I don't think he'd be. I don't know. It's just an interesting thing. And speaking of The Rock and Black Adam,
Thanks for the segue, but I'm gonna stomp all over that though. Going back
Rolled in here like Joe.
back to Doctor Doom, I think you would also need to figure out who's playing opposite of him, because he's an imposing figure just visually. So how would you read Richard's left name?
I mean, then you have to have John Krasinski. That's perfect. I just can't even see what's the problem. Just like one big buff guy and another buff guy. Yeah, like pillars.
Who are you talking about? They're gonna get Chris Pratt again, aren't they?
Yep. I already signed him. I'm the smartest guy in the universe. Yeah. Reed Richards. Whoop-de-whoop. Uh-oh, I slipped on a banana peel.
All right, sorry about stopping
That's
all over
directly
that.
from his
Black
text.
Adam trailer. You saw it, right, Ken?
yes, I did. I saw it the first
Right.
time when it was cut as the Iron Man trailer, and then they recut it with
How dare
other.
you? How dare
Did
you?
they just
Pat-
CGI him in? Or
I saw it. I'm fine with it. I still think that he's a. I don't see The Rock being that evil at times, and I think that he's a. I don't know, because The Rock is just too likable. He's too charismatic, and Black Adam is far more of a Doctor Doom. He's on like that Doctor Doom Namor Venn diagram is like right in the center of those two, and like that's like. So I don't know. I suppose we'll see how it goes.
Do you think they should have introduced him in another movie as being evil and then redeem him in his own movie, versus starting off trying to redeem him or
it does,
set a new course
it does
for
feel
him?
a little bit like the Sony problem of, well, we got to get all these cool action villains. How do we do it? Anti-heroes. All of your anti-heroes now.
Yeah, it's that DC. It's that old DC problem coming back out again. It's like, well, he's gonna fight off against the JSA. He's gonna fight Hawkman and Dr. Fate. Like, why? Like, he's like,
Who?
are you gonna
What?
save the world
Huh?
or destroy it? Like, what? Well, why is that? He's gonna try and save it, right? Like, he's the main character. Are you just making?
It's called Black Adam.
Yeah, he's the good guy. He's not the good guy, but he's not the hero we deserve, but he's the hero we
Ooh.
got.
This is
Well, I
the
think-
Chronicles of Riddick issue.
No.
Sometimes you fight
times,
evil
would be fought by
with
good.
a different type
But
of
in
evil.
times
See?
like these,
Different type.
Oh.
I think that's
it
where
should be
they're going
fought
for.
by
But I
another
think
kind
as
of
yeah.
evil.
far as I can tell from the details of the movie, he is awoken by whoever those masked guys are with the guns or whatever. And when he wakes up, he destroys all of them. So then the JSA is coming out like, well, who's this guy murdering people? And I think that's, again, with just
You mean
like
the
in Batman
masked
versus,
guys with guns.
well, yeah, I think just like when B versus S or whatever, that giant wall of lack of communication is what propels the movie. Because again, if the JSA comes out and they're like, instead of just saying like, hey, who are you and why'd you do that?
Who are
I think
you?
they just come out like
Who are you?
shooting at him and he's like, all right, well, now I'm
Well, you-
pissed.
Star Lord.
Who?
So I think that's one of those issues. So instead of again like Batman having a conversation with Superman, he just starts attacking him.
Yeah.
That's
Well, it's
your
weird because somebody's going to say Martha and the whole movie's going to stop again.
Why did you say that name?
The calling card in DC.
Yeah.
it's a get out of jail free card.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my feelings haven't changed too much on this. It's still a
Mine
matter
either.
of
Yeah.
it feels like they I feels like I
Could
would
be
have
fun.
preferred. I would have preferred to have him play Billy Batson Shazam, Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
than have him play Black Adam, and have just have Black Adam be, I don't know, be the bad guy in the movie, and then eventually try and redeem him, as opposed to this Venom way of doing it.
I think they should have brought him in to Shazam too.
Compare it to Namor in Wakanda Forever, where he looks like the visual they show of him, and he looks like intimidating, like he has power behind it, but could be evil, could be good. We don't know. Whereas with this, it's like, well, we're like pretending you're gonna be evil, but we know. We all know.
I think the luxury that Wakanda Forever has is that they already have a good side. We don't know who the hero. We don't know who exactly Black Panther is, but we know definitively that the Wakandans are good. So it doesn't matter what Namor is. In Black Adam, we don't have no idea who's good or bad, and they're going to try and make this arguably historically bad character into a good character throughout the entire movie. And it's like, well, why are we watching that? It's the same, like you said, same thing we ran with like Morbius. It's like, these are bad, these are villains. You should at least introduce him as a villain.
Nothing is good. Nothing. Your movie has gone off the rails if it's the same thing they did with Morbius. Your movie's gone off the rails. You're in trouble. You need to rethink your marketing. Reshoots.
Hey, they got Morbin time out of it. Pays for itself.
Reshoots.
I mean, if they sold some shirts, if they decided to go heavy on it and just go, instead of taking the movie back out to theater, just make shirts that say Morbin time. They would have been.
The people begged for it.
Printed money.
The bots begged for it, Ken, and the bots got what they wanted. Nobody else did. Speaking of showing up in Shazam second trailer or Shazam 2 first trailer?
Sure. Fury of the Gods. All right.
It's just hard to get excited for DC. It just is.
For me, it's hard to get excited for Zachary Levi anymore, just because of the stories and the stories of just like, oh yeah, he's kind of a jerk and takes advantage of things and people. Like, oh okay. So then everything else, and also because DC hasn't made me love them. Like, if anything, I don't know. I just the universe I'm not invested in. Like I'm the worst part is I'm more interested in the Flash movie because they have a Michael Keaton, appearance in it, and like that sounds like fun because it ties back to something. Yes, it is just hitting that nostalgia button in my brain, but at least I care about that, and you can't even get that off the ground because you can't be bothered to
cast halfway
cast someone who's not insane.
Flash.
Which
I mean, I don't think that I'm gonna say. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
I can't imagine they knew he was that insane when they cast him.
I think there were signs from the beginning I've heard that but I mean, of course, like money and power goes, straight to your head and you're just gonna go crazier and crazier.
Well, and all the power you get from being the Flash in the DC extended universe, man,
the money, you get money and the money equals gets power and
enough,
yes. I think they also were leaning on the fact that they would be the restart of the franchise. So
yes.
if you're being told like you're going to fix our extended universe, then
you're their multiverse of madness, and then
I'm sure they were like, oh, this is awesome.
I swear to God,
you can't do without
me. Turned into SpaghettiOs.
And then it looks like you threw up Clerks 3.
Yeah. So I threw that in there because after my panel, we went downstairs and watched the Kevin Smith panel, and Kevin Smith is still entertaining to me. Like, is he who directed Citizen Kane?
Orson Welles?
Okay. Is he the Orson Welles of our time? No. But he certainly does a good job of entertaining me, and he's not a bad dude. So I am continually entertained by him. Clerks 3 sounds interesting, especially when you hear him talk about how it's him telling the story that he has something to tell again. Because for a while there, he's like, I just want to make weird stuff and make stuff for me. And like, I haven't seen some of those. Like, I haven't seen Yoga Hosers and I haven't seen Tusk. I did see Jay and Silent Bob reboot, and I wasn't enthralled. But Clerks 2 felt like he had something to say. Jersey Girl even at times had so like he had something to say about being a parent and what that meant. And so this feels like something like he's like, oh, I had a heart attack, and how does it affect like the characters that are essentially an extension of me? How does it affect them? And the panel was really good, so I'm on board for watching Clerks 3. And also in the panel, someone had asked, like, oh, well, is there any chance of ever getting a revival of the Clerks animated series? And I guess they kind of shopped it to Hulu for a quick minute, and Hulu shot them down, to which I say, you paid for 4 seasons of forget about it, and you don't want to fund Clerks for a season and see how it goes. Like that seems insane, because forget about it lasted for 4 seasons, and that was that's a show that some people don't even know existed, and put money into
sure
that.
So didn't.
I mean, you're gonna find a clip of it and you're gonna be like, why is this a thing for 4 seasons?
I have
am
no
I,
idea
or is
what
it gonna
you're
be like the
talking
elusive Scrubs clip?
No, I mean it's on Hulu still, because it's there.
What is forget about it about? Just Italians?
It's Family Guy meets Sopranos. Forget about it. It's just this.
Oh, and that was 4 seasons.
4 seasons.
Oh, jeez.
I was.
Why would they?
Well, maybe
they do
hopefully
that?
Amazon picks up on it.
Content is content, so they're like, just make it, and yet they said no to Clerks, which, by the way, the Clerks animated series I still quote to this day, because it's very fun. It is a lot of fun, and it's funny because Kevin was speaking to like, oh, they can't do it on Disney Plus, because essentially when it was initially released, it was done through ABC, which is a Disney channel. It's okay, fine. He said now it'd have to be Hulu. I'm like, well, they just put Deadpool on Disney Plus, so really there's no. It could still go Disney.
It's
Plus.
arbitrary, yeah.
It's arbitrary between the two. Just kind of depends on what they kind of land on. But it is those 6 episodes, 2 of which only actually hit air. But of those 6 episodes, they're all very fun and rewatchable, I feel. And I would argue is better than Forget About It. But who knows? Maybe it's a diamond.
You just stuck your foot in it. I want a review of Forget About It by somebody on this panel, and it ain't
Calm down.
Somebody on this panel, not it.
Fuck. I'm giving it 2 episodes. I watch 2 episodes.
I will go in 2 episodes.
And don't you forget about it. You're gonna watch 2?
I'll watch 2. I'll watch the first 2 episodes.
No, kid, you won't watch 2 because you didn't even finish the Chucky series. By the way, there's a season 2 coming out.
Yes, I will. I need to watch that as well, because we need to talk about it, because there were some statements about like, oh, it's not tied to this, it's not tied to that. I'm like, I think it is. And you're like, you don't know, you didn't even watch it. Like, you're right, I haven't watched it, but I will watch it, and we will move forward with new ideas.
In preparation for season 2.
Yes, in preparation for season 2. I will get caught up. Let's see. I think I'm looking through. Is there anything else we left off?
No, the only last thing I think we should end it on, which is I think the best way to end this. Jeepers Creepers 4. Oh yeah. I put it in the Discord. Did you guys watch it?
No.
Gotta be sunny.
Oh, come on!
When your eyes look into mine.
Come on!
Look at Jennifer Walters falling off a cliff over there.
Where'd you get those eyes? 'Cause y'all get up. How'd they get so lit up? 'Cause y'all get